County Talk. We're in the car after what was a very windy, cold, and it looks like it's going to be a wet Barrow soon.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd thaw out a little bit. We've warmed up and we're ready to give our player ratings after today's, well, let's call it a thrashing.
Most positive of the season, easy.
That's like literally the best win, best performance, best everything today.
I can't remember the last time there was a win this good.
Yeah.
Like top of the league, away from home, changes, everything is perfect in that performance.
Yeah.
Absolutely everything.
Yeah.
We've got the look. You're never going to go away from home and play top of the league and not have any problems. So we've got the look when we've needed it. But other than that,
Yeah.
right, McDonald.
He looked a little bit shaky again for me. I mean, it must be tough for him because I think his confidence might be knocked from Hartlepool because it was windy at Hartlepool, and obviously the 2 goals there. You know, very, very windy here again today because we're near the sea. But on the other hand, he made a couple of, I think he made one save going sort of top right, and good save. He pulled the challenge. Obviously, he didn't make it happen, but I think he made a meal of the challenge.
He's brave for that, though.
Yeah, very brave. So I don't think you can be too harsh on him today. So I'm gonna go 7.5.
I'm gonna go 7.5. Yeah.
I think that's fair reflection.
Right, let's start with the wing backs. Brindley, best performance of the season for me. He wasn't really troubled down that side. I think he was solid. He helped going forward, and he linked up well with Roberts when he came on. So I'm giving Brindley a 7.5.
His energy levels for me today, very good. You know, tracking back or as he should be, running forward. You know, running into so many chances. It was like the last few 9 minutes of the game, and a ball came to him and he was darting down the pitch, and you know, credit to him today. I'm gonna go 8.
8, fair enough.
Yeah, very, very good performance.
Other wing back, Bagan. Saw him against Averley. Obviously played well, but that was against Averley. He stepped up today.
Well, initially when I saw him, it's the first time I've seen him play because obviously I missed the Averley game. I thought he looks really young. Obviously he is young, but he looks like really young.
Yeah.
But that's all it is because he's played very well today. Sorry.
I'm giving him an 8.
I'm going to give him an 8 as well.
He was
solid,
so good,
attacking, defensive.
He was pressing as far forward as the strikers, and sometimes further forward.
He seemed to be on the same page as well. They were linking up very well, I thought, with the midfield and the strikers, which in the short time that he's been here, another credit to him.
Nice little nutmeg as well in front of us that won a free kick. Right, centre backs. Go McCrory because he hasn't played for weeks, and he came in and he's got an 8.
Yeah,
he's got an 8.
Straight back to being up to pace with a game of football, especially against top of the league. Yeah, 8, solid.
Very good. Lacey, another player that's just come back.
You know what I like about Lacey? He just does his job, doesn't he? He doesn't seem to make too many mistakes. Well, he doesn't make any mistakes. He didn't today. Just solid. I think he's had a tough couple of weeks because he's had an injury that he couldn't really get to the bottom of. They obviously got to the bottom of it now, sorted it. He's slotted straight back in, and what a performance today.
Yeah, I'm going to give him an 8.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give Rawlinson an 8 as well.
Yeah. You can't not love Rawlinson.
No.
You see how much it meant to him at the end?
Yeah.
Oh, what a player.
I think that the whole back 3 defenders get an 8. Yeah. And we can't underestimate just how difficult trying to head a ball in these conditions were today.
Yeah.
It was
setting yourself to head a ball when it's as windy as today.
And you've also always got in the back of your mind, I don't want to make a mistake.
Yeah.
But
it's teams like this where if you do make the mistake, they're going to punish you.
Well, they've got the top score, haven't they?
Exactly.
But not for the next 3 games.
He was shown red.
Yeah.
Disgusting tackle.
The whole back 5, great. And the only reason I'm not going to give them any higher is because the way we played further down the pitch meant that they actually, for half the game, didn't have anything to do.
Yeah.
It was just brilliant performance. Who are you going with next?
Doyle.
8.5.
8.5.
Shaky start for the first minute or 2.
Again, I know the weather's both bad for both teams, but the wind is so hard to judge it. But I mean, he was that player that you hate. He's getting in the opposition's faces, causing problems. His passing was very good today, I thought.
Oh yeah, spreading the ball out to Bacon quite a lot.
Yeah, I'm going 8.5.
Yeah, he had a very like a very professional performance. He didn't get too riled up because they were. Let's be honest. You've got Rooney. He was getting on my nerves.
He lost his head.
Moaned about everything.
Poor lad lost his head.
There was that entitlement at the top of the league, and they should get everything. And the ref was good. And Doyle came out of that showing his professional experience at his age, made him look rubbish.
Yeah.
Jim O'Brien, 9.
Yeah.
What a performance.
Yeah. I mean, I love it when Jim O'Brien plays like he did today, because we say it most weeks where he seems to try a lot. But he tried a lot today and it worked well. He's just I don't know. I'm just finding it hard to find my words today because I just can't believe what I've just seen.
I know it was that good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The perfect performance. But when you come up against a team like this that you know they're going to play in similar conditions to this quite a lot, being on the coast and not necessarily this windy, but we know what their pitch is like. Every time the ball was kicked, sand was flying up, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You put 2 players in there, Jim O'Brien and Doyle, and when they're on form together like they were today, like the opposition are not going to get a second, and they didn't.
Untouchable, yeah. They were on every second ball as well, weren't they?
And that allowed my player of the match,
mine too,
Crawford, to not only be a bit of a playmaker, but
goal scorer.
Yeah, goal scorer. But also, have you ever seen him close down like that? He was relentless.
Another player. Obviously, the occasion helps when you're winning against top of the league, but
even the first half,
energy levels were right up there today.
I'm giving Crawford a 9.5.
Yeah, performance of the season. If his contract isn't extended, I know I keep saying it, but criminal.
I'm so glad he's done well.
Yeah, I'm happy
so
for him.
glad.
Yeah, he deserves it. Great player.
He deserved it today, and I was saying to I don't want to be negative at all, but I was saying to the guy that we're talking to at the game, where does Rose come back into this?
Yeah, I think he will though.
He will because of the running.
With the running, it's tough Saturday, Tuesday, but so Rose will quickly have to get up to being at that level, because if he's not, he'll find himself not in the starting lineup often.
But Crawford, my man of the match, 9.5.
Yeah. Thomas. You know what? I think the first half, I said it to you at half time, we were literally word perfect to the game plan.
Him and Wilson had a job.
Yeah, they did. And I honestly think they were told to just wear out the back four, or their defenders.
Constant balls over the top,
yeah,
and they were chasing it. And
I think it was, as much as we didn't get much of a look in the first half, I think that first half was really crucial because we were causing problems for them.
I think the plan was always, you saw them warming up in threes. You saw Wootton, Enzio and Roberts warming up together, or like you saw them going in threes quite intense. And I think Ollie was trying to get the point across that there's going to be some big subs here, but because they were warming up in groups of 3 with like Long and Dennis, they didn't know who was going to come on. And I think that there was a trigger point about when the players came on that, right, now we're going to go for it. We've kept it, and now we're going to go for it.
I'm going to go out on a limb here though. You know, when it was half time, I actually messaged in a group chat that we were in, and I said 60th minute he's going to make 2 subs and we're going to win the game.
Did you?
I said 3-0. But
I'm going to give both of them 7.5.
Yeah, as much as people might not think they had an imprint on the game today, They did. They definitely did. They caused problems.
Right, let's go to the subs. Let's just get Long out the way.
He looked threatening, I thought.
Yeah.
For the short time that he was on, he played some good balls.
Energy, brought it on.
Driving forward.
7.
Yeah, 7.
He adapted quickly to the game, which is always hard to do. And then Wootton.
I'm going to give Wootton an 8. I know that's huge to give a sub an 8, but the pressure he was putting the defence under. We were 2-0 up and he was just pressing them relentlessly. Like that point in the game when it's windy and it's cold, you've been at it all game. There's nothing worse than fresh, strong player that's coming at you like that and causing problems. And I think it's worked great today.
And I've got to mention, you don't always praise a player for this, but he kept himself on side every time. Every time. Like, and he just looks like... We know Carl Wotton's a great player, but if you bring him on fresh against a team with 10 men, he's going to damage you, isn't he? And then Cal Roberts, what a goal.
Off the mark.
What a goal.
Yeah, I'm buzzing for him, I am.
I'm giving him a 9.5 as well.
I think that's fair. The goal itself great finish, but he got himself in that position at the same time because he was quite far out wide, wasn't he? And then he driven in. I thought he was going to put it across goal, but then when I saw he turned and put it on, what a goal!
You know what? They were scared stiff of Roberts. They were backing off.
Yeah.
He didn't. I don't think he lost the ball running at them once.
Yeah.
Maybe in the first minute, but that he was on. But
you could tell as well. It started to get to the Barrow players' heads. They were all losing it a bit, weren't they, at the end?
Yeah, and then giving Ardley a 10 for tactics.
Yeah, and I want to give the match officials today. They were quite good, I thought.
Yeah, they were the best we've seen.
On a level playing field, not just 4 knots. I mean, as general officials, they're probably the better bunch today for me.
Yeah, especially if the Barrow fans and players were just trying to get on them. But what a game, what a win. Massive in the context of not season. If you were at the game or you were listening and want to give a player rating from what you've heard or seen, we'd love to see that as well. See if you agree with us. And if you're there, safe travels back.